Hey guys, this is Issues with Toddy One Skip. I am Toddy One Skip, and we got a gift. Ryan Anderson has done his first interview via Gypsy via himself with this woman on a pretty small, actually pretty, modest YouTube channel. And the reason why he said he'd do it is because this woman said, "Happy birthday, Ryan. I hope you have a great time in Vegas." So she gets the first interview. Clever, you. Clever, clever, clever. Guys, let's see what he's got to say. And I'm going to interrupt. Those that don't want the interruptions, go watch the interview at the woman's channel. Those of you that are here for my snarky remarks, stay a while. Grab your poppity pop and go take your poopity poop and come and smoke with me. And let's talk about Ryan Anderson. Ryan Anderson. And I haven't even started to smoke yet. Okay, come on, guys. Let's go. Ready? Let's go.
If you want something good to eat, come on down to Earl's Choke Chicken, where if you can kill it, he can grill it. There ain't no need to be hungry or thirsty down there at the food truck by the titty bar on South Street. Just slide on by and let Earl choke your chicken for you before you head on home to your missus. Damn it, Earlene, that don't sound right now. I'm gonna tell you what, and just 'cause he's your brother don't mean he knows how to cook. Hell, none of that mess is even chicken over there. Yep, tell Arlette to fix me up a box of them squirrel feet for that baby. Shit.
I have been so excited to get this man on my show. I've been a fan for I don't know how many years. I've been manifesting this Ryan Anderson. Ryan Anderson is here.
Whoa. Wait, you've been a fan? What, a fan? A fan of Ryan Anderson's?
You know him, I mean, I don't know if you appreciate this introduction or not.
A fan?
But, famously, Gypsy wrote...
Famous? Oh, this is where they get the famous shit. We tell them that they're famous. That's foolish. It's a little bit foolish when we call them famous. And if you don't know why, it's because he fell in love with the mommy, Murderero.
Rose Blanchard's ex-husband, TV star, TikTok star now, cameo star. I think
oh my gosh. $29 cameos. He's a superstar. He is a superstar. He's the man. He's the man to go to for what exactly? I'm sorry. What are we going to Ryan for? Why is he famous? What the hell am I missing? What? Huh? Say what? Say what?
Man of a lot of class.
And he's got a lot of class. So does he have a lot of class when he's making fun of Ken and the fact that Ken doesn't have any hair, or the fact that Ken might be gay and he's just having fun with that? Is it when he's waxing the ass? Is that when he's classy? When is he classy? I must have missed that show. Where'd that show go? Did we miss it? Pixie! Is your daddy classy? Let's take a poll. Red, yes. Blue, no.
Ryan Anderson, welcome to TSFS. You fascinate me.
Well, it's just your fascination running away with you. What do you mean? Fascinates you how? Like, why? And he's all aglow. This man is all aglow. He is smiling from ear to ear. You can see even how red he is. This is dark. I don't know why it's dark, but clearly it's dark. But you can still see. Look at how red the man is.
Oh, thank you, Sarah. I appreciate it. I'm glad.
And flattery will get you everywhere. Just a modest little happy birthday. Enjoy Vegas. Got you this interview.
Thank you for having me. For real.
Oh, well, I just feel like you're a man with a lot to say, and even more of your story to tell, which I think it's kind of hard to say everything you want to say when you're going live on your own TikTok, and
especially when he's reading the comments. Well, see, the comments are the things that throw that bad boy off.
You're on a reality series, and they're kind of editing you for a certain,
a narrative. Go ahead and say it. A certain narrative.
Storyline. So I'm looking forward to talking to you.
Oh, well, like I said.
Well, you got the story of the century here, girly girl. You got the story of the century. Mr. Ryan Anderson, his infamy from falling in love with Gypsy Rose Blanchard, who didn't want him for anything other than an address and to make somebody else jelly. Yeah.
Thanks for having me. I'm kind of interested to see where this goes. So,
Well, you're down in Louisiana that we were talking about. You were born and raised in Louisiana, right?
correct. I'm from North Louisiana originally, but I live in South Louisiana now.
North Louisiana. Ever wanted to live in another state, or you love it there?
I've lived in Arkansas in the past. I've lived in Texas for a little while, but I love Louisiana. Like, I'm a Louisiana boy.
He's a Louisiana boy.
I got Fleur de Lis behind me. Like, I'm a Louisiana boy at heart. So,
I was telling you before we got on here, New Orleans is just one of my favorite cities in the world.
He doesn't live in New Orleans. He lives in Lake Charles. I think he lives in Lake Charles. He said he lived in Lake Charles.
And I often say, I'm like, I kind of want to live in New Orleans for like a year.
Yeah, about a week. I would stay there. I've been there during French. I've been at the French Quarters in a condo, like above the French Quarters. My dad, he had somebody that worked for him that actually had an apartment right there. It was really cool. But I couldn't live. It was too party. That's a party town, man. If you don't drink, you have no business being there, in my opinion.
Too. I just think I would be drunk every day.
See what I'm saying? You'd be drunk all the time. And I'm not a drinker. I'm not somebody that drinks. I couldn't handle that. I couldn't handle dealing with the drunks. Pass on that one.
And I would interview every person. It would be so good.
well, with your profession, it probably would be interesting. You probably would meet a range of characters.
I love Louisiana. Okay, so, obviously you are.
Really? You love Louisiana, or you just love New Orleans? You love Baton Rouge? You love Lake Charles? What other parts of Louisiana? Because I think it's pretty swampy, and then it's pretty flat, and so it's got some cool little cities. What part do you like of Louisiana?
Famous for being, you and Gypsy.
You're famous for being Gypsy's much used and ABUSED husband.
See, finalized your divorce, and you
It's finally over.
guys were married for a very brief time and then thrust into the spotlight. I thought maybe we could start at the beginning a little bit, because it's been a while, I think, since you've done a reset. How did you initially meet her? Because I had read it was sort of like you wrote to her because you and one of your guy friends were like loving Tiger King, and he was.
Yeah, one of them wrote to Tiger King. This one wrote to Gypsy Rose. Ding, 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 ding. He hit the jackpot. It wasn't a guy. It was a girl. And he doesn't know that she even wrote to Tiger King, because he's not convinced she sent the letter. But he had the letter, and he's got a picture of himself with the letter like he won some sort of fucking lottery.
Gonna like write to Joe Exotic. Was that true? Like, how did you guys? Can you take us back?
Well, it was a girl named Emily. So it was a
Told you.
girlfriend of mine, just a friend. And we were sitting at work, and this was during COVID. And we went from like 300 patients a day to all of a sudden 30 or like 15.
Well, see, what was he doing? Because he must not have been a teacher at the time. About 300 patients a day. I think he was probably in some sort of like rehab setting or some sort of residential setting, obviously.
So we were bored. We were just sitting there bored.
Now, he might have been teaching in a residential setting, because when I worked with the kids at the drug treatment center, they went to school there, and there was 2 teachers.
And she kept going on and on about Tiger King, kept going on and on. And finally, just to hush her up, she was like, I want to write him. I want to write Joe Exotic. He's in jail right now. I want to write him. I want to write him. I want to write him. So to just kind of hush her up and kind of get her to do it, I said, I tell you what, you write him, I'll write Gypsy Rose Blanchard.
And that'll get her to do it and shut up.
And that's how it
Now we can't get Ryan to shut up.
happened. I mean, it was people say, oh, you did it as a bet. It wasn't a bet. It was just.
It doesn't matter if it was a bet. It would have been better off if it was a bet. You would have won something. You ended up with nothing but Pixie! Pixie! Pixie Pigs! Come here. Pixie! Drop that. Pixie!
I took it serious when I said, I'm going to write Gypsy Rose. And
He took it so serious. He sure did. He married it.
you go write Joe Exotic. And, we kind of got in our own cubicles, and I took my note serious. And I took my letter serious, and it just went from there. It was strange how it happened. Like, I sent it off, not thinking anything of it, not thinking I'll hear from her, anything. And it went from, I remember my first page was telling her what her story meant and, how brave and courageous she was and all this stuff.
For what? For having somebody come and unalive her mom? Do you know how stupid you sound? A guy with mental disabilities, you're a special ed teacher. You foolish man. You don't think that just sounds like off?
Stuff. And I enjoyed seeing her documentary or whatever on HBO. And then I ended the first page
It was starstruck. Starstruck by Gypsy Rose Blanchard.
by saying it's not fair that everybody knows so much about you and you don't know anything about anybody else. So on the second page, I just divulged personal stuff. Just let her.
I told her everything. Told her I was on methadone. Told her everything so that she could hold it over my head forever and weaponize me by it. Oh, what a foolish man I was. Tell me I'm not desperate by telling me I'm not desperate. Please. Please.
have it. Just basically told her my life, basically. And then at the very end, I said, if you want to hear more, I'd love to hear more from you. Here's my email. If not, have a great life. Take care of yourself. And then about a week later, I got an invite to start writing her back in like an email to her JPay to write her in prison.
Well, why wouldn't she? Like, she's not going anywhere. She's got nothing better to do. Did you finally realize? When have you realized that, Ryan?
And my mind was blown. It's one of those things where I was like,
my mind was blown. The MURDERER wrote to me, Mom. To me, out of everybody in the whole wide world, the MURDERER wrote to me, Mom. Me. Oh, by the way, she unalived her mom. Yeah.
I walked into work and I was like, Emily, you won't believe it.
Look, look, the mommy MURDER wrote to me. The mommy one did this. She wrote to me.
Gypsy Rose invited me to email. We were just like, looked at each other. And that's how it started. It was just weird like that.
Did Emily ever hear back from Joe Exotic?
What's funny? I don't even think she sent the damn letter. My honest opinion. Like, I think, because there's actually a picture of me holding the letter that I everything, just do it like this, joking. And I still have that picture to this day. I had blonde hair at the time and didn't think anything of it.
Remember when Ryan
had
crazy blonde hair? Do you guys remember when he had blonde hair? Ryan, don't do that again. Just be natural hair. Natural hair. You don't need to be a blonde. They're overrated anyway.
It all played out,
Ryan, when you watched her documentary, what was it about Gypsy or her story that you...
It was the black and white horizontal stripes, girl. Don't you know that?
Could relate to. Like, what was it that brought you in?
It was her eyes. It was her laugh. It was her nose. It was the licking of the lips.
People say, like, I once said, like, I thought she was cute. People think I think of her shaved head in the wheelchair, what her mom did to her, think that's cute. No, that's not.
Go back. She did it to herself. Had nothing to do with Mommy Dee Dee.
Not cute. I thought she was cute wearing the black and white stripes when she said
horizontal stripes, baby. He liked the horizontal stripe look.
In an interview, she said something and she laughed. And I was like, she's kind of...
Oh, God, the laugh, the licking of the lips.
Cute in a way. And like, it just
in a little bit of a way. Just in a little way. I thought she was cute. Just a little way.
Was that it? And I was like, I like her voice. I don't know why. People think I'm...
Oh, my God. That voice. I don't know why must this be love.
Weird for liking her voice, but it's just unique.
Yeah.
It is, but you don't have to like it. Unique and liking it don't have to run in the same room.
It's just unique. And I like the uniqueness of it. And that was it. It was just one of those, like, I saw her story and then the act came out. I didn't watch the act, but when the act came out, everybody was talking about her again, right?
That's right. Which the act, by the way, for most people, I think that listen to this, are obsessed with pop culture. But the act was the fictional, basically like an actress. I mean, it wasn't fictional. It was based on the real story, but it was like a...
It was just my imagination. Run away with me. This was bullshit. It was bullshit. We call it bullshit. It's called bullshit. That means it is false. False news. False narrative. False narrative. And I forgot who played the mom. Who played Dee Dee? I love that actress. Arquette. Was it Roseanne Arquette? No, it's not Roseanne. Patricia Arquette. She played the mom. And I mean, she's a fantastic actress. And Joey Fisher, she did great as Gypsy, but the story was made up. It's not based on anything but lies. Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies. Tell me lies. Tell me lies.
Legit actresses that, did the series. And yeah, that was hugely popular too.
It was huge. It won awards. Yeah. Joey King was everywhere,
And Zoe King, right?
Yeah. And it was one of those where everybody at work was talking about it. And I
thought it was Joey King, right? I said Joey Fisher. Sorry.
I remember going, I watched your documentary. Like, I was like, I know the true story.
Oh, we're going to get in trouble here, Ryan. I watched your documentary. I know the true story. You don't know the true story. I would like to challenge you to an argument, sir. Now, happy birthday. I can't say that with a straight face. And I hope you have a good time in Vegas for next year. Can you please do an interview with me on my new channel called The Argument? Or if you want to have more people We can do it on this channel issues. If you want to do Medium, we could do it on Everybody Has a Story to Tell. Here's the thing, Ryan. You don't know the story if you believe in the fake story. Then yeah, I guess you do know the story. I take that back. You do know the story. You just choose not to believe it. You're as bad as the minions, the mindless minions. And I really held you a step, not a whole step, maybe a half a step above them. And now I can't even hold you up there, buddy. I can't even hold you up.
By watching the HBO documentary. So when the act was going on, I just rewatched the documentary instead of watching the act. It's just,
And I convinced myself that the documentary was true. But it wasn't true when you were filming it, Ryan, right? I mean, come on, think about it. Remember how they had you do things, or they changed the editing so that there was a very distinct narrative? Remember that? They wanted it to look a certain way. Even you said that. You don't think that that was possible when they did the documentary, that they were trying to push a narrative? Yeah, I'm talking to you, Ryan Anderson. So here's to you, Mr. Anderson.
one of those where I was like, I don't even want to watch the act. I'll just rewatch the documentary. And then, you know, I just remembered that for some reason. It just stuck to me. Her story stuck to me. And, you know, just one of those things that just happened.
Isn't that
Did it stick to you after you wrote to her? Like, I'm trying to figure this out. So you had a little crush on her before you wrote to her, and you did think about it. Kind of, it wasn't like this woman was just saying, I want to write to Joe Exotic. It was probably like, I want to write to Gypsy Rose. Gypsy! And she probably said, well, I want to write to Joe Exotic. I'll tell you what, if you write to Gypsy Rose, I'll write to Joe Exotic. That's probably the way it went, not the other way that Mr. Anderson would have us believe. I want to ask this woman, what was her name again? Ashley. I think that was her name.
fascinating? Because I think a lot of people, and to this day, right, one of the things she still faces is just the judgment of like how involved she was in the actual killing of her mom. And you
That's not the judgment of that. That's not, no, she's okay. So it's public opinion that she is failing huge in public opinion. And then as far as we already think, well, we know at the very, very least that she set up the whole MURDER of her mom. She set it up. She stole the knife. She talked Nick into it. She paid for Nick's trip. She did everything except scurry her own ass out of there. Remember? Like, she forgot to get herself a ticket out of there. But then the next day, stuck with Nick, she did get herself a ticket out of there. So, I mean, come on. Why don't we think about that?
did you ever watch it and think, okay, this is somebody that obviously so abused by her mother, you know, meant
What? What? Are you stupid, lady? She was not. Her mom was more ABUSCD'd by her. Do you not know the narrative either? Oh, Ryan, no wonder why you spoke to this woman. I thought she was going to be fair and use critical thinking. So she just thinks that an obese woman, like, seriously, that Gypsy just couldn't walk away? I mean, she left you without a problem. Like, why couldn't she leave her mom the same way? Come on. Like, this is ridiculous. And this woman believes this crap? Oh, come on.
mentally, physically, the whole thing, right? But did you also, you didn't have any hesitancy, like, God, this is somebody that, you know, helped orchestrate the killing of her mother? Like, was there any of that, or you didn't
Helped orchestrate it. She planned the whole damn thing. Now stop being nice, lady.
feel that?
Well, I mean, when I sent the letter, like I said, I didn't think anything would come of it. All right. And then I remember when we started emailing and
She was out of your league, you thought, right, Ryan? She was out of your league.
talking, and I started to develop a friend.
I got news for you, Ryan. You once upon a time ago were out of her league, but you have become so desperate, hanging on to this make-believe bullshit of a fairy tale. I hate to tell you, in your mind, it was real. It wasn't the same way for Gypsy. That's okay. Just learn what it was in your mind and move forward, sir.
Friendship with her. I remember there was one point where I was like, am I really falling in love with this girl? Like, I had a moment. I remember writing it on a notepad. Like, am I really falling in love with somebody who did something to their mother? You know, like, and
So you admit she did something to her mother. Was it good morning, mom? Was it a smile? Was it, can I get you some cereal? Well, you mean something. You mean unalived. Say it, Ryan. Unalived her mummy.
remember writing a post-it note, slamming it on my computer. I think I have a picture of that as well, because I remember like taking a picture and be like,
why was he taking pictures of everything he did? He takes a picture of the winning letter that wins Gypsy Rose Blanchard. Imagine that. Sell that on eBay if you're that desperate, honey, for money. Just the letter that won Gypsy Rose's hand in marriage by Ryan Anderson. And now he writes a note, am I sure? And slams it on his computer, like, and takes a picture of it to show that he did that.
is this really happening to me?
Yeah.
And I remember showing it to Emily. I was like, is this really like happening? And she's like, I don't.
Oh, Emily, I'm sorry. It wasn't Ashley. It was Emily, the girl that he worked with, Emily. That's who he was talking. So see, he had her ear. He was bending her ear. It wasn't the other way around. Poor Emily. Poor Emily. Can you imagine?
Who is it? And I was like,
Imagine what Emily knows. Emily, toddy1skip@gmail.com. Right to me.
kind of is. I'm kind of falling a little bit for her because
A little bit. Just a little bit. Come on. You tripped over your face and you went right in for it. That's it. That's it.
you know, we emailed for like a week straight, and then I set up my phone account, and then I remember she called me on May 4th of 2020.
See, what's going on here is he is like in this cuddle puddle of emotion, reliving his relationship with Gypsy Rose with somebody who wants to hear it, who's never heard it, like for the first time from him. So he's like living in all that love juice that's make believe. It's not real, but he's living in it. Guys, do you want me to do a part 2? Because we can get into this part where he's living in the bubble juice and the love juice of the bubbles of the Gypsy Rose Blanchard. And, you know, she's probably just farting in the tub, man. I don't know what to tell you, but this, you know, he would call it a jacuzzi. That's him.
Welcome to the Moose Knuckle Lounge, where the drinks are cheap, the music's loud, and the knuckles always tight. Now here at the Moose Knuckle, we've got homebrew straight out of Jamina Babina's bathtub, a pool table that ain't been level since 1992, and wings so greasy you think you got Lil Bree's hair in your mouth.
Jimmy Bobby, that ain't nice.
Well, hell now, it's still cleaner than Gypsy Rose's house. Come on down and slide into the busiest moose knuckle in town. The Moose Knuckle Lounge, where we stay tight all night.
So, guys, do you want me to do a part 2 with Mr. Ryan Anderson? There's probably gonna be quite a few parts, because wasn't this like an hour long? Anyway, guys, tell me, are you enjoying this? Do you want me to go onward? Let me know. This is Issues with Toddy One Skip. God, this is funny. Be better today than you were yesterday, not half as good as you'll be tomorrow. Take care, guys, and thanks a lot. I appreciate you. I appreciate you.